Hello, friends and other relations, and welcome back to Surviving the Elements. A little different approach today. I wanted to feature a card which I know I'll never find useful, and so I just wanted to show you what it does. This is the Relic card. This is the card that you get when you're playing, usually in the arena, and there's a Nymph card, but the game doesn't want you to pick up Nymph cards by playing other decks. And so, and the random selection of cards from that player's deck at the end of the game, if you win, you don't get a Nymph card. Instead, you'll get a Relic card. And what the Relic does is pretty much nothing. As the description says, the remains of what once was a valued creature or artifact, it is now useless, sell it. And so that's what they encourage you to do, is to just sell it. And it's worth how much? Let's see. Oh, I'm okay. Here we go. Hammer. Let me show you. It is worth 65, so decent. Not nearly as much as a Nymph card would be worth, but hey, it's something to make it worth it to still keep playing these decks. You get the idea. So I designed this deck so I can show you what a Relic actually does in game. And we aren't actually going to finish this game because it's not a winnable game unless my opponent decides to annihilate himself, which I highly doubt. Even AI3 is not that bad. Because I always thought if I put a Relic in my deck, oh, it's just not going to do anything. But that's not exactly true. And it's interesting enough to me that I wanted to show it to you, and I wanted to see, to get the gears turning. Can anyone think of a single possible use for one of these cards? Let me show you what it does. Because if you're like me, you haven't even bothered trying until about now. So let's get a bunch of quanta together. It says that it uses one quanta. And so I assumed, oh, it must be like a permanent that you can play and then it just sits here and doesn't do anything. No, it doesn't even leave your hand. This is what the Relic does. Look over on the left. I am losing all my quanta. It doesn't matter what kind of quanta. If I just keep pressing my Relic, eventually I run out of quanta. The only times I can think that it could possibly be useful to have a Relic in your hand is if, say, you are facing a bunch of Amber Nymphs and you don't want your opponent to heal after every turn, and you don't need the quanta for anything. You've already got all your creatures, and so you use your Relic to deplete your quanta pool so that they can't play Black Hole, so they can't play Black Hole or use the Amber Nymph and get health. Something similar if they have a lot of Nightmare cards and you've got Precognition, and so you know they have a lot of Nightmare cards and you want to make those Nightmare cards useless to them. Nightmare cards take quanta, right? I thought they did. Don't they also take health? No, I think they take your health and then turn it into quanta and give you a bunch of cards. Yeah, something like that. I forget. Anyway, that's all that the Relic does, is it depletes your quanta pool. And so that situation with the Amber Nymphs and the gravity, the black holes, that's the only reason I could think of to ever have a Relic in your deck. And that is such a specific situation that I can't imagine you ever needing it. But if you can think of anything aside from that, please include it in the comments. I want to start a discussion here. I'm not going to include the import deck code because all it was 6 Relic cards and Quantum Pillars, and I don't bother trying this deck out unless you really just want to see what Relics do. Anyway, thank you, friends and other relations, for watching. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you go on a fun adventure. I don't like quitting the game, but it was worth it for this episode, right? Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you anon. Bye!